You suck at things, I suck at things, everybody kind of sucks at everything. Except for that dude over there. He's killing it, and he's taking your work, he's taking your money, he's taking your girl. He's killing it. So, time to get back on track. So you'll hear it over and over. If you want to grow as a person and get better, don't compare yourself to others, only just try to do better than the day before, all that business. That's all true. However, if you're completely oblivious to what's going around, or if you're just not caring about what anybody else is doing, you may fall behind because you have lost the barometer of pacing of the industry or the skill set or whatever it is that's happening. Sometimes the outside force is going to push you much further than an internal force. I use an example a few times that every year runners get faster and faster and faster. They keep thinking, oh, it's humanly impossible to go faster than that. But they do every single year. If you look at the Olympics, every single one, they're faster and faster. And this type of observation of what other people are doing can be a really good driving force of new goals to be faster than that person or be better than that person. Now, it's not going to be the only goal. Obviously, the original advice is don't be comparing is going to be healthier, but don't ignore the fact that comparing actually can help create some goals in themselves. So, what do we take away from this? Like, what's the problem? Like, for me, a little bit about my situation is I do motion graphics, and I've been wrapped up in a lot of things I love, photography, videos, all this stuff. But I have been kind of slacking. I knew I was slacking, and I haven't been learning certain techniques and so on. I've been getting by, and in New York, there's a good abundance of work, but I've always felt kind of shy about my work. I don't really think it's good, and I do a lot of work to get better. However, I know I absolutely could be better. And the other day, I was working under a lot of great people, and I realized, wow, I really need to step it up. I have fallen behind in the industry standard at this point. Now, as a worker, I'm still doing fine. I do good at what I do, but I really need to step it up. So why did this happen? I thought about this and I was thinking, well, it's hard. And a lot of times when you want to do better and get better at something or something, it generates some sort of a pain, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain, whatever. Things can be difficult and it's not easy. And that's that simple. Yes, there's enjoyable parts, but it's just not always going to be super simple and easy. Another thing is the outcome is not guaranteed. You could put a shitload of work into something, and maybe you've set expectations or something, but there's nothing that's going to say this is exactly what's going to happen. Okay, you go to school, and this is going to happen. It's just not an absolute. So you're always taking a risk of some sort. And, sometimes things just will take a long time, and your faith in what might happen or could happen just starts to fizzle out, and then you lose interest or something along those lines. So these are huge problems. And I have some solutions that help me overcome these when I come up with a situation like this. So the first thing you have to do is commit. And maybe it takes a little bit to get your commitment in order. Think about it like when you have to pay yourself out of a little debt, right? Say you have 5 bills, and this one's, I don't know, $20. This one's $200. This one's $2,000. This one's $20,000, whatever. And they're all accruing interest. If you want to commit to pay off all these bills, you're going to get rid of the smallest things real fast. So those interests aren't building while you're getting to pay off the largest one. You want to just clean up your plate, figure it all out, see where your attention is, see what's stealing your time from accomplishing this specific goal of whatever it is, like for my case, doing better at motion graphics and so on. So I have to start cutting out certain things in my life to make time for this so that I'm not overwhelmed. So committing is a huge, huge thing. And committing isn't just, oh, now I'm going to do it. It's kind of a thing you have to figure out. Next thing is, I say keep it in front of your face like all the time. Put it on like a wallpaper on your phone. Desktop have like reminders and calendars. Kind of get obsessed somehow, forced, so that you're always reminded about it. And I recommend meditation, which I'll make another video on that, of course, eventually, but really clear your mindset, stop having the clutter, and just really just focus on this. Again, back to the first problem is know that it'll be challenging, and who you are right now, it brought you to this point. So you're going to have to change as a person. So you have to eventually let go of whoever you were or are, because you can't be that next person if you stay who you are. So you have to let go. You have to just change somehow. And then next thing is your goals. In this world of change, aim for smaller goals and write them down, of course. Make sure you write them down. But make sure they're goals that suit you and your experience of what actually works. I have wrote out goals and mapped them in my calendar and reminder and everything, and those help keep a buzz in my brain, but they actually don't make me do anything. My goals have to be something on a smaller scale with a macro goal with micro goals, and I focus on those micro goals. For example, if I'm lifting, I want to get to a 225 incline bench press or something. Every week, my next goal is to get one more rep or another plate onto the bar, and I just focus on those. And with the goals thing, with this is super awesome, because this is why I lift heavy and I like lifting by the numbers, is they're measurable. And when you look at the macro goals, you can see your progress, and no progress is really truly linear. So you're going to see some up and downs or feel it, but if you look at it, you're going to be like, oh, this is working, keep going, I'm getting closer and closer. And when you get closer, you really get that reward. Like, you can really get like fucking excited. That brings me to the next thing, is get totally immersed, because the rewards that you may think are gonna happen, like imagine like your goal was to be like fully ripped and get a six-pack. You're gonna assume like ladies gonna be all over you and everybody's gonna give you a ton of attention. Probably it might happen here and there, but it's not gonna feel the same in reality. The goals and expectations aren't gonna live up. So you're going to be let down. Maybe you'll slip back and get fat again or something. So the total immersion and the goals of completing it and being present and having the goals of this lifestyle and hitting these macro things, that's the true rewards. That's what you're gonna find. You're gonna be like, yes. You're not gonna be like, one day, it'll be like after 7 months of work being like, I got abs, yes. No, that happens like after you crush a PR at the gym, or go further in your run, or just, make sure your diet was on point for the day. You can be like, yes. It's those macro goals that give you those little cheering moments, not the big ones. Or at least in my experience and most people I've talked to. So I've come to this point where I have to get better, and I want to share with you what I'm going to be doing and what has worked in the past. This is something that I've done, and it always works. You just kind of get in there, kind of just get this tunnel vision and really focus. Like, how often do you really try at something? You know you're worth more, and you know you can do better. But you just have to try, like, all the way. So you have to commit, and that's how I do it, and it works every time. So I hope that helps. Till next time, over.